Hello and welcome to the channel, The PROWIRC Method. Today I'm going to tell you the 15 books I read in my 20s that I would recommend if anyone's looking to empower themselves or help themselves create a belief system that they could do anything they want to do. I'm going to then tell you what I feel I got from the books. I'm going to tell you what I feel I didn't get from the books. And then I'm going to tell you if I could go back once again to talk to myself when I'm 20 years old, what is the one book that I would give myself and why would I do that? First of all, let me read off for you the 15 books that I'm going to recommend here that I read. I probably read more in the neighborhood of about sort of 30 self-help genre kind of motivate yourself and choose your own path kind of books and get yourself going along there. But, and probably an additional 10 biographies. But here are the books that I think were probably about the top 15 of them. So I read Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Positive Thinking, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Psycho-Cybernetics, The Silva Mind Control Method, Men are from Mars, Women are from Venus, Your Erroneous Zones, You'll See It When You Believe It, Your Sacred Self, Sky's the Limit, Real Magic, Unlimited Power, Awaken the Giant Within, 48 Laws of Power, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. As I said, these books are definitely going to help you come up with the methods to create a belief system in yourself that you can do what it is you set out to do in your life, give you the feeling of confidence and methods for coming up with the power to sort of get out there and get after it and get doing things. And I think, for that, they're worth their weight in gold and had a lot of value. Now, what did I feel I did not get from these books? And if I had one book to go and give to my 20-year-old self, what would that be and why? Well, what I did not feel I got from those books were methods of finding my own compass. I don't feel that I got a lot of advice about how to, think internally as to what I would like my lifestyle to be and how I would like my personal mission statement to be. Now, the interesting thing is, some of them did cover the idea of, get a mission statement and, look out there and get a goal and get things going on and then move toward them and have the power and here's some organization techniques and here's some things. But they didn't actually give me the advice to, okay, really, this is think internally, what would you like your lifestyle to be? How do you want your life to feel every day? How do you want to spend the time of your life? What would suit you? What do you think your personality aligns with? What type of experiences do you like to have? And that kind of thing. So subsequently, if you just suddenly acquire for yourself the power to go out and chase down every goal, that you ever find interesting, and you're just sort of going, as you see things, you go, well, that's interesting. I should get that. Or maybe I should get this car. Or maybe I should have that career. Or, oh, hey, there's a person I met and maybe they'd be good for me. And this, you're going at things sort of haphazardly, but you have the power to go after things. Well, I'll tell you what, you get that going in your life, it's exhausting. It costs you a lot of time. It costs you a lot of energy. You'll be on a lot of wild goose chases. And yes, will you be able to utilize the belief system that you can go after things? Yes, you can. And will you be able to go after and accomplish things and get these ideas going and gravitate to them? Yes, you will be able to do that. But it's going to be costly to you at a personal level, at a lot of levels, relationships, energy, health, enjoyment of life. If you don't actually take the time to think internally and think, wow, what would be right for me? What is the lifestyle first that I would like to go for? When I'm trying to gather people around me. What type of lifestyle would I like those type of people to want to live or try to live, or what common ideas could we have? Again, that's sort of, instead of being externally focused, being internally focused. Now, this is the book that I wish I could actually go back and give my 20-year-old self. And I've given it actually out to as much as I've had this book now for sale, and I wrote the book myself after 40 years of life experiences from that time period, and all the time taking notes, coming up with ideas, what's working, what's not, how do we move ahead? Why are there so many ups and downs? How do you get that feeling of well-being going all the time and all that kind of thing? And I wrote the book, Happiness and Well-Being Through Balance and Progress, the PROWIRC Method. Now, this is the book that I wish I could first give to my 20-year-old self, because this book is more internally focused. This book starts on, what experience do you want to have? What lifestyle do you want to have? How do you find out what it is that you actually want to experience? There's some methodologies in here. You can reverse engineer it from the goals that you've been coming up with. You can say, okay, I had this goal and I had this goal and I have this goal and that. What are the experiences I'm looking for from those goals? Why do I want those things? Why do I want those things? And what experience am I going to have? How are they going to make me feel? Those items become the motivations that are really internal to you. And if you take the time to think about those things, then you can take the time to craft your mission statement, to craft your description of, what would I like my lifestyle to be? And what would suit that? What would suit me? How do I want to spend my days? What type of things do I want to spend my time doing? And how do I want that to feel? And that is the direction that we take in this book, Happiness and Well-Being Through Balance and Progress, the PROWIRC Method. What is the other thing from this book that I feel I did not get from those books? Well, I'll tell you, those books did not ingrain in me that one of the main things I also need to be pursuing in my life is balance. No, quite often, quite a lot of those books sent me on the mission of kind of extreme focus. Just focus on one area of your life and go at it like crazy. Some of them said, your life is made up of big rocks and small rocks. Go out to the big rocks and let the small rocks fall where they may. Take one idea and, write it down on a card, or one goal, or one this or one that, and just go around reciting it to yourself till you get that thing. Well, I'm going to suggest that is a recipe for a lot of ups and downs in your life, a lot of hard times, and a lot of not feeling well-being. A lot of, when I meet this one goal, my life's going to feel a lot better someday. I'm exhausted now, but my life's going to feel a lot better someday. My relationships are having hard times now, but boy, when I get this one goal made, or I accomplish this one mission, my life's going to feel better then. And no, I would not recommend that to anyone. So yes, would I suggest, getting out there and finding methods to, help yourself with the belief system? Yes. You can also, by taking paths that come from an internal place in you, you can also develop those belief systems by having wins, by setting goals that are actually in continuity with your mission statement, with the things that are actually good for you and for your soul and for your life and for your well-being and for your happiness. And by having good methodologies to accomplish these things on a rather regular basis and move yourself ahead, you will develop the belief system, and the power to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in your life. So I know I'm taking this book here because basically in my life, I used a lot of strategies to work very hard and chase down a lot of things, and I've enjoyed a lot of it as well. But I would say, in the big picture of continuity, the thing that I was missing, that the reason I had to write this book, the thing that was always missing, that was always haunting me, what is that thing? Why is it that no matter how you get going along here, something comes along to knock you off track? And why is your well-being not dependable? Sometimes you're waking up and the days are great, but sometimes you're waking up and you're just like, oh God, not this again. I'll tell you, if you're not choosing goals that are in continuity with your lifestyle, from your mission statement and your feelings of what's going to make you feel good and how your life can serve you, you are going to have a lot of really exhausting ups and downs and hard times. Anyway, as time's gone on and my life's gone on, I have to say, and this is something I can tell everybody that's 20 and 30, is that, a lot of those exhausting times go away, because as you learn to discover goals and ideas, things that you can do and go after and learn and be that are more in alignment with who you are, you have a much better time at it. It's not exhausting. It's actually quite enjoyable. And every day you wake up and think, hey, I can't wait to get at my thing. That's the happiness and well-being through balance and progress, the PROWIRC method message. That's why I wrote the book. That's why I would recommend it. First, that's why I would give this book to me, to save a lot of wild goose chases. And it's the same reason I'm giving it to you. And to help me select goals in continuity with who I am as a person. And to be able to do that earlier on in life, because, that gives you more time to really move those things even further and really enjoy your life. So would I also recommend those other books that I had on the list? Yeah, absolutely would. I mean, I got a lot out of all of them. And I'll tell you, when I say I picked the top 15, those were great books, and there's some stunning things there to gather as well. And they wouldn't be top books of all time, if they weren't great. But this is the book that I would like to give my 20-year-old self. And if you know someone with a 20-year-old self, or 30-something, or 40, whatever time in our lives that we're thinking, hey, do you know what? I need to come up with more internally driven objectives, things that suit me. And how can I do that? I can do that with this book and the techniques in here, Happiness and Well-Being Through Balance and Progress, the PROWIRC Method. Thank you for your time today, and I hope you got something out of that.